Welcome to the Buckeye Public Library System Storytime with Carly, Silvana, and Mamie.
Hello and welcome to Storytime. We're so glad you could join us today. I'm Miss Carly.
I'm Miss Silvana.
And I'm Miss Mamie.
And it is week 9 of our summer reading program. And the summer reading program has actually been extended a few weeks, so you can keep logging those points, reading your books, and you can do that until August 15th. And if you stay tuned till the end of the video, you can get our code that will earn you 15 points just for watching the video. So make sure you stay tuned. And this week our theme is going to be Goldilocks and the 3 bears. So we're going to have a lot of fun with Goldilocks and those bears. But before we do, we want to do our hello song. You guys join me?
Yes.
Will you guys join me at home? All right, here we go. This is Everybody Wave Hello to the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Let's do it. Everybody wave hello. Wave hello, wave hello, everybody wave hello, let's have some fun. Everybody clap hello, clap hello, clap hello, everybody clap hello, now our song is done. Good job. Today I'm going to be telling you the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Once upon a time there were 3 bears. There was a great big papa bear, a medium-sized mama bear, and a tiny little baby bear. And the 3 bears lived in a house in the woods. Now, one morning after they had made their breakfast of porridge, they decided that it was a little too warm, so they were going to go take a walk in the woods while it cooled off. So off they went into the woods for their walk. They left their bowls of porridge to cool. Now, not too long after that, a little girl named Goldilocks came upon their house in the woods, and she thought, I'm going to go inside. So she went right through the front door, and she smelled the delicious bowls of porridge, and she was so hungry, and she thought, I'm going to take a bite. So she went into the first bowl, the great big bowl, and she took a bite, and she said, oh, this is much too hot. So she moved on to the next bowl, and she tried that. She took a spoonful from the medium-sized bowl, and she said, oh, this is much too cold. So then she moved to the little baby bear's bowl, and she took a bite, and she said, this is just right. And she ate the whole thing. Now, after she was done eating, she was feeling a little tired, so she decided she was going to sit down. So she went into the living room and came across 3 chairs. And she sat in the first chair. It was the great big Papa Bear's chair. And she sat down and she thought, this is too hard. So she moved on to Mama Bear's medium-sized chair, and she said, this is too soft. So then she sat down in Baby Bear's little chair, and she said, this is just right. So she had herself a seat, and just as she was getting comfortable, crash! She fell to the ground, and Baby Bear's chair broke into pieces. And she said, oh, well, I guess I better go check out what else I can find. So she went upstairs to see what was up there. What she found was 3 beds. A great big bed, a medium-sized bed, and a tiny little baby bear bed. So she went to the first bed and she lay down, the great big bed, and she said, oh, this is too low. So she moved on to the medium-sized bed, and she laid down and she said, oh, this is much too high. So next she moved on to the tiny baby bear's bed, and she lay down and she said, this is just right. And she was so comfortable that she fell asleep. Now, about that same time, the bears were coming home from their walk, and they came in the house, and Papa Bear saw his bowl of porridge, and he said, it looks like someone's been eating my porridge. And Mama Bear looked at her bowl, and she noticed that a bite had been taken, and she said, someone's been eating my porridge. And then Baby Bear saw his bowl, and he said, someone's been eating my porridge, and they ate it all up. Well, now, by this time, Papa Bear was getting worried because he knew someone had been in their house. So he did a look around, and he saw their chairs. And he looked at his chair, and he said, this doesn't look right. It looks like it has been moved. Someone has been sitting in my chair. So then Mama Bear went to her chair, her medium-sized chair, and she said, this has been moved. And she said, someone has been sitting in my chair. And then Baby Bear went to his chair and he started crying. He said, someone's been sitting in my chair and they broke the whole thing. By this time, Papa Bear was getting furious and he knew someone had been in their house. So he said, we better go upstairs and see what's going on. So they went upstairs to have a look around, and Papa Bear looked to his bed, and it looked like someone had moved the covers on his bed, and he said, someone has been sleeping in my bed. And then Mama Bear went to her medium-sized bed, and she said, it looks like someone has been touching her pillow, and she said, someone's been sleeping in my bed. And then Baby Bear went to his bed, and he was so surprised, and he said, someone has been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there. Now, Goldilocks had been fast asleep, but when she heard Baby Bear's voice, she jumped up, woke up, saw the three bears, and she was so frightened that she ran down the stairs, through the living room, through the kitchen, and out the front door, and ran back to her house. And she realized that she should never go in strangers' houses again. And the three bears lived happily ever after. The end. Good job. Singing is a great way to reinforce those early literacy skills, and we have a really fun song about bears today. We're going to sing about a grizzly bear, a polar bear, and a teddy bear. And this is going to be sung to the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb. You guys ready?
Ready.
All right, it goes like this. Grizzly bears are big and brown, big and brown, big and brown. Grizzly bears are big and brown and live out in the woods. Polar bears are soft and white, soft and white, soft and white. Polar bears are soft and white and live where it is cold. Teddy bears are just my size, just my size, just my size. Teddy bears are just my size to cuddle with at night. Good job. That was awesome. Today, our home activity is sorting with the three bears. So first, we found three bears that are different sizes. Then we found three bowls that are different sizes, three chairs that are different sizes, and three books that are different sizes. Then we're going to try and match them all up with the appropriate bear that they fit with. So let's start with our biggest bear. Where does he go? He's going to go on the biggest chair. Should we put him on this one? No. Which one's the biggest one? The green one. That's right.
Yes.
He goes right there. All right, now we'll do our medium-sized bear. Where should he go?
This one.
That gray one, that's right. And then we have our littlest bear, and he goes on the littlest chair. Perfect, good job.
Yeah.
Stay there, Buckeye bear. All right, next we'll do our bowls. So we have our biggest bowl, and that's gonna go with our biggest bear.
Here.
Right there. All right, next is our medium-sized bowl, and it's gonna go with the medium-sized bear. And then our littlest bowl will go with the littlest bear in the littlest chair. All right, last we have our books. We're going to start with our biggest book. It's going to go with our biggest bear. Perfect. Good job, Miss Silvana. And then we have our medium-sized book, and that's going to go with our medium-sized bear. And our tiniest book is going to go with our tiniest bear. Awesome, good job. Thanks for helping us match all those up. Now we encourage you guys to do the same. So parents, have your kids pick 3 stuffed animals or 3 bears or 3 other toys that are all different sizes. Let them pick whichever ones they like, and then also pick other items, like you can do 3 different chairs, 3 different books, 3 different bowls like we did, or if you have 3 different size cars or 3 different size blocks. Think of anything else?
Legos. You can find anything at home that you
Cups,
can max. Yep,
3 different size cups,
spoons.
and then have the kids match up the biggest with the biggest, the medium with the medium, and the smallest with the smallest.
That's right. And don't forget to send us those pictures of the items that you find at home that you sorted at library@buckeyeaz.gov, and you get your 25 points.
That's right, so get sorting.
Carly, what early literacy tip do you have for us today?
Today, our tip is about background knowledge. And it is important to talk with children to help them understand concepts like more than, less than, bigger, and smaller.
Like we did today in our home activity.
That's right, just like that. This is part of giving them the background knowledge that they will draw from as they learn to read and write, as well as express early math ideas.
That's a great tip, Miss Carly. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you guys had a lot of fun with our 3 bears.
And don't forget to send us those pictures of all the items you sorted at home.
And remember, keep reading at least 20 minutes a day, and 1 point equals every minute that you read.
That's right, and you can log those points at read20az.org. And just for watching today's video, if you enter the code 3bears, you'll get 15 extra points. All right, before we go, we want to do our closing song. You guys ready?
Ready?
You guys sing with me at home. We're going to do Skin-a-ma-rink. Here we go. Skin-a-ma-rinky dinky dink, skin-a-ma-rinky doo. I love you. Skin-a-ma-rinky dinky dink, skin-a-ma-rinky doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. Now it's time to go home, but I'll see you soon. Oh, skin-a-ma-rinky dinky dink, skin-a-ma-rinky doo. I love you. Bye guys, we'll see you next week.